Levo just caught off guard there. Fox does know where he is, though. This will allow is sticking it. Rox does get that swing. He does listen for any footsteps, any activity. And he thinks, yeah, no, they're sticking this. And smartly, intelligently, swings that, gets the kill and the round for KineTiX. Now 5-1, a 4-round lead. I mean, I never, ever imagined just the dominance to switch around. And I'm hoping to see a 10-2 half now. I'm seeing, actually no, 11-1. I want redemption for KineTiX now.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, especially since, you know, we've seen KineTiX struggle with the space control, which they're finally switching up on. And I'm so happy that they're doing this, because him is just able to get kills like these, getting the kill on A's, and now letting them just, take all of mount control. Rock's also gonna get Revenant, and so, I mean, already 2-5 for the defenders.
Yeah, and I mean, this is looking sadder and sadder for Blue Moon. They're just unable to do anything. KineTiX walking all over them, and they're looking at an A hit here. Perhaps. Yeah, Burlex trying to get onto A to defend, but Rox just gets that kill right behind him. All up to Archmichael now, and with just a stinger against 5 people, perhaps he can't do much. But if he gets one and gets a gun, it may become possible. But Rox, just with that Vandal, takes Archmichael's head clean off his shoulders, getting that flawless round for KineTiX. And now 6-1. That is the 4th round in a row for KineTiX, and their momentum doesn't seem to be getting stopped anytime soon. But perhaps this Blue Moon buy, they have 5 Vandals, they have 5 Heavy Shields. Perhaps they can do something to stop KineTiX. And I'm sure they're hoping for anything, some kind of miracle to stop KineTiX from rolling right over them. The C's nade combo does go out, and Levo unfortunately does screw up that haunt. Rox, as usual, looking to gain space on B here, but he is aware that Archmichael has caught on here. If he peeks this, he is as good as dead. Playing very passively. Not giving him the time of day. And Archmichael does back off. That allows Rox to gain easy space. I mean, we're seeing Blue Moon making the same mistakes that KineTiX was making in the first map. Just giving up all that space. Ace does get the kill on Level, but it is quickly traded up by Rango, making this a 4v4. Making it a 4v3 now with him getting Burlex. Enigmatic with the late trade. Enigmatic nearly caught off guard with his util out there. And his ult will come out here. Now 3v2. In the hands of Blue Moon. And Evident does get his 3rd there with Rango and Rox. And that is possibly Blue Moon's lifeline here. That is the 2nd round they've managed to put on the board. 6-2 now. And I mean, perhaps we're seeing a little bit of life here. We're seeing something come out here from Blue Moon. But is it enough? That's the question. I mean, could KineTiX and we are looking at a tech pause here because Rox has disconnected. Okay, we're all good. No pause. I mean, no break needed. Okay, so let's get this started. Enigmatic here. On site. Trying to defend C. He does get him down, and that will be the spike down as well. Rango probably doesn't want to fight this alone, but he has to. He gets the spike. And already, all of KineTiX has fallen. It's already 5v1. Very clean shots from Enigmatic there. The spike is down, and Levo has no chance of retreating it, probably, because we have Revenant and Enigmatic defending from the same spot. He is coming to join them. Enigmatic does go down, but unfortunately, with Michael behind him, Revenant in front of him, Util scattering around, A's going through the door as well. I mean, it's just too much for Levo to focus on, and he does fall, making this a 6-3 now for KineTiX, and they're slowly losing rounds. I mean, it's looking harder and harder for KineTiX to do anything here, but they're still in this game. They still have guns, they still have shield, they still have a lot of money. But if they lose this one, this round is important. If they lose this, things may change and turn around. And Rock's falling, unfortunately, to A's with that operator very early on. And I mean, Rox is known for his fragging ability, so that is going to be a very dire hit for KineTiX. Showstopper does go out, taking down Revenant and taking site control with it. A's backing off deep into water. KTX do have site control. They will try and seek an opening to plant the spike, and Enigmatic here sending out the aftershock, and this will force KineTiX to back off. The showstopper from A's taking down him. Enigmatic getting a nice kill through the board there on Levo, and Rango just has to scurry out like a little rat. He will be looking to take these kills though in Mound. Seas goes out. He has no idea that Enigmatic is on the left here, or perhaps he does.
30 seconds left.
And Enigmatic just drops down, gets that kill on Rango fairly easily. I mean, Blue Moon are making it look easy, but I'm sure they're struggling a lot here. And we will be seeing the timeout coming out here from KTX. And I mean, justified. They've lost 3 rounds in a row, and they lost that very, very important. Or actually, no, they can still afford guns. Surprisingly. I mean, after getting rolled like that, I thought they would maybe be able to afford guns, but they are looking to still be in a strong spot here, but the timeout is still warranted, of course. I mean, 3 rounds in a row, no team would want to go through that.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, honestly, just watching these teams play on Lotus right now, it's really intense. What they have been doing has been really good, but there's still a lot to be asked from them. And honestly, it's been a good matchup on this map. Like, we saw Bind, wasn't even really close, but right here, I feel like either team has a chance to win. And so, what we're gonna see here might just impact, like, the whole standings, because, you know, for both of these teams, in the middle of the split right now, they want to get the most points they can. It's not like they're gonna be out if they lose this match, but still, the more points they get in the middle of the split means that they'll be more confident that they aren't going down to the rookie league. So the more points they get, it's just gonna be better for them.
Yeah, and I mean, very strong aggressive play here coming out from KineTiX, but the blind does stop it dead in its tracks. So does the stun. They're looking to go through the door towards C here. Rocks will remain on B, trying to catch any rotate out. And it is an open site. They will get the spike down. Unfortunately for Blue Moon.
Spike planted.
A couple of players are spotted in water. Michael taking down Rango, traded out by Creature, but Creature is traded out by Enigmatic. Lots of counter trades coming out here. The lockdown coming out from the defense side of Blue Moon here. But, I mean, does it do much? The whole team always plays from Mound anyway. And this will give Burlex the free defuse, unfortunately, because Rock's just forced to back off so far. Getting 1 pick on Revenant, but A's trades them out. And that is the 5th round now for Blue Moon. And they are looking at a potential 6-6 half now.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it's a rough spot to be in, honestly, for both teams because, I mean, especially for KineTiX, we have to remember that Lotus is really a attacker-sided map, so they should be taking the most points that they can get. So, right now, it's rough for them because if it's gonna be a 6-6 half, that means that Blue Moon might be much more dominant on their attack.
Mark 2.
Yeah, but I mean, KineTiX looking to make do with what they have, trying anything they can to put a stop to Blue Moon winning rounds, and unfortunately, Ace just refuses to back down, taking down Creature with his operator.
Face your
There are
fear!
players spotted here, but Ace does go down, which means there's one less player for Blue Moon to play with. Verlex taking down Rango, but him getting that valuable trade. Now 3v3. Levo taking down Archmichael and backing off just in time before Revenant can get that swing, get that trade. It's 3v2. They don't know the exact position of Revenant, and that bites them. Getting his second, but Rox taking that fight, getting that small but valuable trade. Is flashed, turns it twice, but unfortunately, Enigmatic just unfortunately kills him there. I mean, he turned both flashes. He had a very good likelihood of winning that.
Player standing.
That is
Yeah,
a
I
6-6
mean-
half, and we will have to have a short break here. And I mean, it is looking very bad for KineTiX here. Their pace fell off, and we do have to go on a break now for halftime. And I mean, let's just see what KineTiX can do here.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, on map 2, half 2 of Blue Moon versus KineTiX. And Munch, how are we feeling before this second half?
I mean, KineTiX did drop a lot of rounds there in the first half. And like you said, this map perhaps could be a little attacker sided. But I'm still looking to see if KineTiX can do anything here in the second half. Perhaps dropping rounds was just unlucky and they're actually just god tier players, who knows. And the Haunt here will try and spot people, but Creature breaks that. A's getting very quick entry into backside. Rock's denying it though, but is traded out by Enigmatic, unfortunately. And the spike will go down for the side of Blue Moon. Him getting that kill on Arc Michael. Creature here looking to take as many fights as he can, but unfortunately with just that classic and 14 HP, he can't do much. Enigmatic takes him down. Revenant as well, taking down Rango. That means it's a 3v2 now for the side of Blue Moon. Numbers are on their side. Him unfortunately stunned, taken down by Revenant as well. The flash goes out for Levo, and it's a full blind. He just backs off, and it is a 3k for Revenant. The pistol round 1 for Blue Moon, and they're taking the lead for the first time this map, making it 7-6.
Last player standing.
And honestly, it's been a good pistol round there. I mean, it was just a simple C-Rush. They didn't really default much, but it worked. And honestly, I don't blame them. They seem to have figured out now that it might be just good to rush. It seems like since we aren't seeing much space control being taken here, unless Rango decides to just rush A main here, trying to take A rubble. Enigmatic holding this right next to him. He's gonna get him, and he's gonna get the kill. Meanwhile, Creature is gonna get traded. And with that, it's gonna be a 4v1 at this point, already pretty much solidifying KTX's spot in this round.
Yeah, and I mean, that is very unfortunate. And Rocks can't do much here with just this classic. And Arc Michael just walks towards him and shreds him with that Spectre. I mean, and we are seeing a bit of BMing there. I mean, we've been seeing BMing all day here from the side of Blue Moon. And I mean, you can't blame them. They've been winning a lot. I mean, they've won 6 rounds in a row. Actually, no. That's their 7th in a row, I believe. I mean, they're looking very strong here for this map. And they could potentially close it out here if they continue this pace. Rocks alone on C with just a setup. Meanwhile, 4 attackers desperately, aggressively looking to take sight. The Prowler will spot him there in water. A's here, taking the long way around. Coming towards Waterfall, it looks like. Or no, he's moving to Gravel. Instead, gonna look to play through Gravel. And, I mean, Levo just caught off guard there, unfortunately. I wouldn't have known A's was there either, but with that info, Rango just sweeps A's up. They will re-hit C now, because they're aware Rox has left. They will trigger Rox's setup here.
30 seconds left.
And he takes down Revenant, but he is left very low there. Burlex looking to fight, get a weapon maybe, but Rox one step ahead, takes him down. Enigmatic very low. Rox getting his 3rd. Arc Michael now has to close it out alone. Meanwhile, Rango defusing. He will get that round win. KineTiX are still in this. That's what they want to show with that round. Now 8-7. Only 1 round behind now. And looking very likely to perhaps tie it up. I mean, Econ looking very, very low for KineTiX, I would say. They do have 4 Vandals and a Bulldog. Meanwhile, 4 Vandals and a Phantom on the side of Blue Moon here. They are looking to 5-man A here. I mean, KineTiX do have some sort of read, though. They have 3 players here. And Rango just goes down to Revenant, unfortunately, there. I mean, very clean kill. Levo actually does not get a trade. He gets a separate pick in the form of A's. It's very interesting. It is a 4v4 now, though, regardless of if it was a trade or not. And the push has been stopped, dead in its tracks. Blue Moon do have a minute to come up with something. They're going to be playing very slowly, getting some space elsewhere. They now know that A can't be hit, but now both defenders of A, him and Levo, have fallen, which means A is open. Blue Moon can take this. Rox falls down over at B, and it is looking very unfortunate for Creature. I mean, there's not much he can do here. 1v4 with a Bulldog, perhaps not impossible with that Vandal that Arc Michael has dropped, but he is stunned. He moves over to his smoke, but they are aware that he could have TP'd over. They're just gonna spray at him, desperately try and kill him, prevent him from even gaining access to sight. There's just not much that can be done. They're clearing out all potential options. They now know that he's in this corner because the Aftershock did not force out anything. And that is a 9th round for Blue Moon, taken in very clean fashion. I mean, Blue Moon played quite impressively there, and KineTiX just couldn't do anything about it. I mean, Creature was left to clutch up there on his own. And I mean, it seemed very likely when that Vandal was dropped there, but sadly, he couldn't get his hands on the Vandal, and they knew he was TP'd into the smoke. And it was impossible from that moment forth. They're looking to gain space, hit C here. Rox yet again alone on C. The setup will most certainly help, though. And the Raze nade does clear out a tiny little bit of util. The breach ult stuns him. Burlex sprays him through the box. That is very unfortunate. They do have full access to C now. They will get this plant down. And I mean, that's just unfortunate. More and more of KineTiX falling here. Revenant taking down Creature, getting his 3rd with Levo. That was nasty from Revenant, and that is a flawless round. The 10th round for Blue Moon now, extending their lead to 3 rounds. That's just unfortunate for the side of Blue Moon. They're trying all they can. They're trying their best to stop Blue Moon in their tracks now, but they just can't. I mean, Rox was just caught in a very unfortunate position there. Util bombed so that Blue Moon could take entry into C, but this time around, there is no breach ult from Enigmatic, so... And they know this, so they're going to be looking to hit A instead. I mean, they don't want to rush into Rox and his incredible fragging ability, I'm sure, without any util bombing.
You should run.
And I don't blame them. The lockdown does go down from Revenant now. And Rox trying to find a pocket where he can sit. He finds it. Meanwhile, they are aware that it is a fake. So they're moving back over to A here. A's looking to take a fight.
Spike planted.
They are aware that there are at least 2 KineTiX players here. Rango taken down by A's, but the late showstopper does get that trade. Levo taking down Burlex. Arc Michael taking down him, but Creature getting that trade.
remaining.
And it is a 1v2 now for Enigmatic. 1v1, getting that nice kill on Rocks in drop. And Creature sealing the round out with a 3k. I mean, very well played from Creature there. Playing off his teammates, playing off the enemy team's teammates.
One enemy remaining.
Very well done from Creature there.
Enemy remaining.
Fantastic positioning from both players, but unfortunately Creature was one step ahead. That
Yeah,
is
for
an
sure.
8th round win. And now Blue Moon's lead is slimmed down to only 2 rounds yet again. And KineTiX are still in this. They want to tie this up. They want to push this towards their favor.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the KD ratios right now, Revenant going 21-11, almost double positive, Enigmatic going 18-11, and Ice or Rocks going 15-14 right now. So many good players are playing so well right here, and honestly, I just can't wait to see. But we're gonna see a very fast C execute right here, and we're gonna see that Rocks is gonna die early on after the showstopper does come out from Ace.
Yeah, and I mean, that is
Spike
just
planted.
unfortunate. That is unlucky. There's not much Rocks could have done, though. Creature trying to get some sort of spray, but Enigmatic just knows that Creature is full blind. He's not
Last
able to
player
win.
standing.
And it is Levo stranded here in B main. He just can't do much. Enigmatic finds him, cleans him up, sweeps him up, and they are BMing yet again. I mean,
Spike planted.
they are very confident. They love what's happening here. And KineTiX are going to be taking their second timeout. Yet another minute of a break. And I mean, it is justified. It is warranted. 11-8 scoreline now here for Blue Moon. And they just seem to be taking rounds like candy from a baby, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's been easy for them to just win these rounds. Like, seems like they either completely take over their side and have a very, very easy post band, or KineTiX put up a fight, getting some picks early on, stacking the side, and showing that they can still be a threat on a stacked side. But like this round, we just saw them completely just get every single player off on the post band. I mean, after Rocks died on his own side, that meant that, most of the players were just kind of basically cooked at that point. Like, they couldn't do much on a side that's completely taken with so much powerful utility that we saw. They just couldn't do much there.
Yeah, and I mean, perhaps KineTiX know this. Perhaps they're looking to make some sort of change. And we are going to be seeing more people playing on C. And Rocks will be playing on B rather than C now. No, he's moving his setup to B, but he will be still playing on C. Very interesting change up from KineTiX here. Let's see if it pays off. Arc Michael taking down Rango quite quickly. It is unfortunate. Level falling to A's as well. The trip will be broken by A's. Him looking to take a fight, and unfortunately he can't take down Enigmatic. That means that is a flawless round and map point for Blue Moon. 12-8, and it's looking very, very sad for KineTiX. But they will be getting guns this round, which means they're still in this. They can still win some rounds. They can show, they can perhaps push this to overtime and maybe win this map and drop the series.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, man. I just believe that they still have a chance, but it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be difficult, but we've seen players come back from such difficult spots. So let's see what we're gonna see here from KineTiX.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm hoping to see a god tier comeback here from KineTiX. And Blue Moon will be getting easy access to A. I mean, that's just sad to see. Rango here, just perched up in top. He can't do much. Creature falling in stairs. And Levo taking down Enigmatic, getting that late trade. Rango spots too.
Last player standing.
And unfortunately, it's all up to Rango here. 1v4. Takes down Revenant. Finds Arc Michael. Looking to fight close with Aze. But unfortunately, he loses the classic duel. And that is 2-0 now for Blue Moon. They have won this series, taken home 3 more points. And that's going to project them further and further up the standings. Very well played from both teams, but I mean, KineTiX yet again, they have work to do. Back to the drawing board for KineTiX. Meanwhile, Blue Moon just getting some points on the board, taking some points home for themselves. And I'm sure this win will be something to learn from them and something to savor. And I mean, I want to see KineTiX succeed, but unfortunately they showed up today and they couldn't make things work. They couldn't make things work, and that is just unfortunate. But we will have to see what the second match of the day can offer us later on. We will be going on a short break here, 30 minutes. 30 minutes just for just to wait here for Defiant Esports versus the Arctic Cult. And we'll see you then. Stay tuned. We have more Valorant on the way.